Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. This is our best bet show from La Liga, Bundesliga and Serie A. We're going to start off with La Liga. I've got number one next to me. Number one, are you well?
I'm doing great. And you, Flash?
Yeah, I'm doing really, really well. Is that chair comfortable enough for you? I asked because he's just inherited one of the best antique leather rocking chairs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. I'm this close to take it to my house.
The house?
Yeah. Maybe one day you will not see it anymore.
As long as you don't bring it in here. I've got my eyes on that chair, and if you leave it for more than 5 minutes, I'm having that well away.
I know who will do it.
Yeah, well,
you're
I
my
don't
prime
mind.
suspect.
There's no suspect. You'll see me rocking in it. Martin Green is the other part of the deadly duo that have been so fantastic in La Liga. Martin, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, thanks, Flash. Had a bit of a tough weekend last time around, so I'm hoping to bounce back strong now. A couple of teams let me down, like Valencia and Atletico Madrid as well. But, it's a long old season. Get back on it.
Yeah, but you've been doing great. Rafa, can I have a look at their record, please? I want to have a little close look at this. It's ready for inspection. La Liga record. Here it comes. The overall record. I'm just drawn to the 51.5% accuracy. 6.8 units of profit. That's because you obviously did a few units in last week, boys. But 6.8 units profit is the name of the game. And their individual records, please. Martin at 1.9 and Number Juan at 4.9. Number Juan, whoever you are getting your tips off, he's doing you proud.
Yeah, he's giving me a good name.
He is, and that's why you keep coming back. And I'm happy that you've left that Portsmouth jacket alone as well. So listen, let's crack on. I mean, it's a tough, trappy card. Let's see where you get the value. And point everyone in the right direction. We're going to start with you, Martin. We'll go Atletico Madrid at 1.45, which is minus 222. The draw at 4.45, which is plus 345. And Leganes, no chance, 10.0 plus 900.
Yeah, Leganes are a terrible team. They've got the second worst away record in La Liga, worse only than Mallorca. We all know about how bad they are on the road, but yeah, that's leaving Leganes in real trouble this season of going down. I think Atletico will be very keen to bounce back from that bruising defeat at the hands of Eibar last weekend, and you would have to think that they've got the quality to pull it off. I think they'll win this by a couple of goals. I'm just going to go for Atletico Madrid to win and over 1.5 goals in the game, and that's at odds of 1.91 or minus 110 US style.
Seems great value, that.
Yeah, it has a great value. I also have a pick for this game. Mine is a little bit different. It's Atletico Madrid under 3.5 goals at 1.8 and minus 125. Well, I must say, I think Martin's pick
is better than yours.
It is better. Much better.
I would
change it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. See, that's what I love about this game. These boys, they have a little chat. They see who's got the better value. They're both on the same side, so they're not going to change their pick as in their selection, but they're going to go and find the value, and they're both going for over 1.5. And I like that because Atletico may well go and spank Leganes. And if you pick your winner, but you lose because they win 3-1 or 4-0. So for me, I'm loving that. Atletico Madrid over 1.5 goals in the game at 1.91. Minus 110 looks like an absolute banker. And we've only started with one. Okay, here's another potential banker. Real Sociedad at 1.45, which again is minus 222. The draw at 4.8, which is plus 380. And Mallorca, they cost a few them. Mallorca 8.0, which is plus 700. Number Juan.
Well, it would be crazy to pick Mallorca for this game. They're on the road. They're not in the island. They just outstandingly awful outside their home. So I'm picking Real Sociedad to win and under 4.5, like you call it, the Martin Classic, at 1.8 minus 125. Playing at home, Real Sociedad has not lost to Mallorca in the last 7 encounters. And Mallorca, as we know, record as a visit in La Liga is 0 wins. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything big from Mallorca. Just a good old-fashioned win for Real Sociedad, and on the 4.5 goals, not too many
I opened the show by saying that it's still a trappy, horrible card. And I really love your first two picks, gentlemen. I really do. Martin, see if you can make it 3 out of 3 because this has got to be a trap. Getafe 2.05, which is plus 105. Draw 3.46 plus 246. And Real Betis at 4.1 at plus 310.
Yeah, two teams that I like a lot in La Liga. Getafe had a great season last time around, and they've looked good once again. Bounced back from a bit of dodgy form before the winter break with a big win against Leganes last time out. I think that'll give them confidence. They look a lot better going forward than they did last season. Not quite as tight at the back, but I still think they're a good team and they're going to finish sort of top 6, top 7 this time around. Impressed by Real Betis as well. Spanked Real Sociedad 3-0. They look really good going forwards, but their problem all season has been defending. Both teams, the score has paid off in 16 of their 20 games thus far. I don't think this is going to be a hugely high-scoring game, but I still think both teams will score in it. So, both teams to score for me at even money, 2.0, and that is plus 100.
Wow, you have dug out another gem. Okay, you like that one? I know you've not got a selection, but if I said to you, what do you think the score will be between Getafe and Real Betis? Would you say 1-1, 2-1?
Yeah, I would say I'm with Getafe for the win, but I think Betis is going to score a goal. They're a scoring team, like Martin said. Not too great in defense, but yeah. God, you boys are giving me plenty of conviction today. Number Juan, I'm going to come to you now. Espanyol at 2.8. Plus 180, draw 3.0 plus 200, and Bilbao at 3.29, which is plus 229. Number one, where have you got the value in this? Because this looks like a draw. I'm going for the Espanyol to win. They had a great game against Villarreal in the last game, and before that one, a draw versus Barcelona at Espanyol's home, and Athletic had a shocking draw against Celta de Vigo in the last game. They let me down, but hey, this football happens. Yeah. So I'm going Espanyol to win at 2.64 or plus 164. I think Abelardo is doing a great job as a new coach. They are last at the moment, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think they're going to be safe.
Okay, well, Uncle Flash will give you a little present because you've gone for plus 164, and I'm going to give you plus 180 because that's the best price on offer, yes.
That's good.
And then you know why I'm going to give you that? Because I don't think they're going to win. So I'm more than happy to up your odds there from 164 to 180. But we will be cheering on Espanyol this weekend at home to Bilbao. But for me, it looks like a draw. I just can't get involved with Espanyol. Okay, well, number one, I'm going to stay with you. Alaves, 3.05 at plus 205, draw 3.45, which is plus 245, and Villarreal at 2.68 at plus 168. You've been on that Villarreal train before, and it crashed. Are you going on it again?
Well, Villarreal against Alaves, my pick is both teams to score.
Okay.
I strongly agree on Villarreal to win because they have having a great last few games. Well, they lost against Espanyol, but before that they were on fire.
Yes,
streak. So 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams, both teams have scored. And if you want to add some value on my pick, that is 1.78 or minus 128, you can go for the Villarreal to win at 250, or both teams to score and Villarreal to win for a massive plus 4.15 or 5.15.
Wow.
But my pick, it is both teams to score at 1.78.
Wow, why are you not going a little half unit on Villarreal to win and both teams to score at plus 415? That's massif.
Yeah,
is that too big for you? Is that too big?
Half a unit.
Do you want to come back to it? Do you want to come back to it? You want me to see if I've sold you that one? It's a good.
Let Martin give his last pick and I'll think about it.
I saw Martin licking his lips there. Okay, Martin. I can't believe the number one's not getting involved in this game, but this is Sevilla at 1.41, which is minus 244, draw 4.6, which is plus 360, and Granada at 9.5, which is plus 850.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Sevilla this season. Interestingly, they've actually been the best team on the road, which is not normally what you see from Sevilla. They're normally very, very strong at home, and it's their away form that lets them down. But if they can crack their home form now, they've got a really good chance of challenging for a top 4 place at the very least. Granada have seemed to sort of start fizzling out a bit after a pretty strong start to the season. They're slowly sliding down the table. They've lost 6 out of 10 on the road so far. But they're a pretty dogged team. They don't lose by heavy margins. They kept Barcelona to a 1-0 defeat last time out, and their games are generally pretty low scoring. So this one is the Martin Classic for me. Not huge odds, but Sevilla to win and under 4.5 goals at odds of 1.63, which is minus 159.
Okay, minus 159. I'm going to ask you for your banker, but I'm hoping you're going to say it's Atletico Madrid and over 1.5 at 1.91.
It certainly is. Yeah, that's my banker for the week for La Liga. A strong team at home, and they'll be keen to bounce back against a poor Leganes team. So I think they'll stick a couple of goals past them and win that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for putting Real Sociedad and under 4.5 at 1.8 minus 125 in a parlay. Number Juan, can you give me your banker, please?
My banker is the Real Sociedad on the 4.5 at 1.8, and also I'm gonna put the half unit.
Yeah, you're going to go with the half unit. Yes. I don't blame you. Yes. I'm going to write that down. Half unit.
Betis to score, Villarreal to win.
And okay, I'm going to write down in the T's and C's that if it does win, that Flash gets the leather chair for 5 days.
Hell no.
Okay, good luck, gentlemen. And go with Martin's banker. Go with number one's banker, and maybe put them together as well. Good luck. That's La Liga wrapped up. Martin, we'll see you again soon. Number Juan.
See you, Flash. Martin,
I hope you get backache in that chair. And I will see you both soon. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Flash.
Cheers, number one. Okay, so now we're going to move on. We're going to go to the Bundesliga. I cannot believe I'm going to start off the show. Obviously, we're going to be speaking to Alex. We're going to be speaking to Radek. But I cannot open this show without going and talking about Borussia Dortmund. Okay, something special happened last week. I would let Alex start, but that means that we'll probably still be here at 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to go for Radek first, and then we will go to Alex. Radek, tell me what happened that was so special in the Borussia Dortmund game last weekend.
Yeah, I think the most of the people have seen it. Haaland came in, scored 3 goals, and he would have made 4 if Sancho wasn't such a douchebag and selfish dude and made it by himself. He could make a pass to Haaland, and he made 4 goals. But anyways, Augsburg was leading 3-1, and they fucked it up, and I don't know why and how Dortmund came back. I think most of the people saw Favre moving away when they were behind, and now this Haaland guy seems to be not bad.
Oh, not bad. Absolute understatement. But there again, we come to expect that from you, Radek.
Yeah, just one game. Huh? It's just one game. Of course, it's a start like in a Hollywood movie, but
correct. No, correct.
I remember that Alex said before the season that Paco Alcácer would be the best scorer in this year, and he was brilliant last year as well. And where is he now? And now Haaland has one good game, and okay, maybe he's really, really good, but he has to prove it over some games, and I'm curious what he does in the next one.
No, we all do, but the thing is, you've got to go with the good luck story. It's great because us football fans, we're all like skeptics and we love the doom and gloom. So when a story like this comes along, remember, he's a young boy. He's chosen to go to a massive club in Germany. He gets his opportunity. His team are losing 3-1 and he scores a hat-trick, Alex.
Hello, Uncle Flash. First of all, happy to see you. Despite not sitting on that leather chair that you are dreaming about, I heard you had a real good conversation with Juan about that chair. Really nice facts So yeah, I probably come in Costa Rica for Euro 2020, and we will make some bets for that year. Who will get to sit in it, on it. Yeah, about Haaland, what to say? I said about Palko Alcácer because Radek mentioned about it. I said and I specified if he will stay fit. Paco Alcácer is not fit. He will never be 100% fit. He has really bad injury problems. His career was every single year full of injury issues. This Haaland is made for a Bundesliga. He's not a story about, okay, he scored 3 goals. He's a fairy tale. He's living a dream right now. And how he did it from 3-1 down. And I don't blame Sancho scoring that on his own. Basically, Sancho is the only player in the top 5 European leagues who has double digits, also on goals, also on assists. So I'm not blaming Sancho at all for scoring that goal. 3 is enough for Haaland. Let the boy alone. Let's not finish his goals. Let him bring some this weekend too.
Okay, well, we're going to kick off.
But Young scored 3 goals in his first game for Dortmund. So if he had made 4, it would be much better.
Yeah, it would have been. 4's obviously much better than 3. So we're going to start with you, Radek. We're going to go with Bayern at 1.2, minus 500, the draw at 8.0, and that's plus 700. Schalke at 17.0, and that's plus 1600.
Yeah, as you can see the odds, there is a huge favorite against a very low team, but that's not the case because Schalke's table is in the standings number 5, and they really do a great season so far. They beat Mönchengladbach last week 2-0, and Gladbach was leading the league for several game days, and that's why I think the odds on Schalke are way too high. They only lost 2 games in this season with more than 1 goal between them. And this was the first game against Bayern. They lost 0-3. And another game in October, they lost 2-0 against Hoffenheim. And this is 3 months away. And I don't think they will get a lot of goals against Bayern. That's why I like to bet on underdog bet on Schalke, Asian handicap plus 2.25. Understand me? If they lose with 2 goals against Bayern, I even win the half of the bet, and we have odds around 1.8 here. That equals minus 120 in
minus 125. Minus 125. Schalke plus 2.25. Radek. Alex, are you thinking that Schalke have got a chance here, giving up 2 goals?
No, I'm just thinking about a high-scoring affair in this one. I think that Schalke will probably find the back of the net on their own. So I'm going for over 3.5 on the Asian handicap at 1.77, minus 130 in US odds. I think that it will be a high-scoring affair, thrilling match. Schalke are that type of team that you don't know what to expect from them. They might pull off the upset, if you ask me. Bayern didn't impress me in that 4-0 win against Hertha. Let's be honest, okay? The score doesn't say the story of the match in many situations, and you should know that better, Flash. Because you obviously were a football player in the Premier League, and you know that the score is not always what happened in the match. So over 3.5 goals for me at 1.77. But I wanted to ask you something. Did we bring on the records? Because
No.
I did well last week.
Yeah, and they will be coming up. But not until...
Okay.
And not,
No rush.
No, exactly. Tranquilo. Relax, man. Relax.
Yeah, you learned how it is in Costa Rica. You learned the tranquilo mode,
Yeah. I've still got a way to go though, Alex. Alex, I'm going to stay with you. Borussia Dortmund at 1.31, which is minus 325. They've got the draw at 6, which is plus 500, and FC Cologne at 10.5, which is plus 950. Alex.
It will not be a surprise if Cologne will lead against Dortmund, and Dortmund will come back from behind again. We've seen so many matches like that, and I checked the odds for coming from behind. That winning from behind, they're saying in the Premier League. I saw that, and it's around 17 for Dortmund to win from behind. So it's a play to consider in many of their matches. This is what they are doing. They are losing the match, and suddenly they transform in a goal machine, and they start kicking. So I said about Köln last weekend that they are a tough side, a tough place to travel. I should have not say that because obviously Radek lost his bet with Wolfsburg. Köln 1-3-1. Again, I'm expecting Köln to score against Dortmund. Everyone can score against Dortmund. I think that they are the worst defensive side in the top 7 teams in the standings. Let's put 9 because Hoffenheim are always conceding a lot of goals. So again, over 3.5 goals on the Asian handicap at 2.0 plus 100 in US odds. I think that again it will be a high scoring affair. Basically in Germany this weekend, I'm expecting many matches to go over 2.5, over 3.5.
Cheers, Alex. Radek, we're going to move on to you. We've got Bremen at 2.4 plus 140, draw at 3.85, which is plus 2.85, and Hoffenheim at 2.88, which is plus 1.88. Not a lot to choose. And do you trust Werder Bremen?
No, definitely not. They had to struggle a lot against Dusseldorf and win a very important game for them with just 1 goal, 1-0 between 2 very weak teams on place 16 and 17. And Hoffenheim didn't do a great job against Frankfurt as well. They lost 2-1, but I think Hoffenheim has more quality in the team, and I think they are able to beat Bremen, but to be on a good odd around 2 in decimal odds, I would bet on Asian handicap 0 on Hoffenheim. Means if they draw, I will get the money back. And Bremen has to prove this first lucky win against Dusseldorf. And Hoffenheim wants to come back after a defeat in Frankfurt at home and against Frankfurt at home. And that's why I think Hoffenheim is a stronger team and they won't lose in Bremen.
Okay, so we've got Hoffenheim, draw no bet at 2.0, which is plus 100. And this is the time, Rafa, I'd like you to put the records up, please, because the boys have done really well. They've really turned it round. Overall record of 9.6 units of profit, an average price of 2.03, which is it's a great way to go. It's a great way to go. Anything above 2, maybe even 1.8 I'd go down to. That's excellent. And their individual records, please. Alex, 7.7 units of profit. I'm going to let you have a little bit of a say maybe later. 51% accuracy. You was down like 9 units. Now at 7.7. Radek, you're just keeping yourself above water in the positive at 1.9. Average price 2.17. You lads are doing absolutely great because this is one garbage league for me. Garbage. The only way that, because the best, there is no best at the moment and they're still jockeying for places. Alex, we're going to go for Eintracht. I don't want to hear about how you've turned it round just yet. I'll give you your floor in a while, okay? But Eintracht at 4.2 plus 320, draw 4.4 plus 340, and RB Leipzig at 1.8, which is minus 125. Tell me how the away side don't win this game.
First of all, a compliment for you from my friends. They're saying that you look much younger than 48, and
Thank you.
you could easily still be
47.
a football player if it wasn't for that problem you had with your legs. So that is a compliment. Yeah, I'm saying I'm going with RB Leipzig, leaders in Bundesliga, absolutely stunning performances. That performance against Union Berlin was really impressive in my opinion, despite conceding a goal from Union Berlin on their turf. I still think that they deserved the victory and they missed other opportunities. So the score should have been, I don't know, 5-6-1 for Leipzig. On the other side, Eintracht won against Hoffenheim, but again, we talked about Hoffenheim a little bit. Anyone can beat Hoffenheim right now with all the problems they have. So I think that RB Leipzig can maintain this brilliant run of form and beat Eintracht on the road. And I'm going with them to win this match away in Frankfurt at 1.75 minus 133 in US odds.
Yeah, 1.8 was available about an hour ago. So obviously the money's coming in on them. Radek, we talk about Union. We talk about them most weeks at 2.25, which is plus 125. The draw 3.68, which is plus 268. And Augsburg, how they threw that game away last week, I do not know. After scoring 3 against Dortmund, Augsburg 3.4 plus 240. Radek, well, where are you going?
As Alex said, Union Berlin could have lost with 5 goals against Leipzig. So they're very not that bad at home, and they're playing a very good season compared with their abilities or their financial abilities. But despite Augsburg got 5 goals against Dortmund and draw away a win, I see it positive because they scored 3 goals against Dortmund. Okay, Alex says everyone can do that, and Paderborn also scored 3 goals against Dortmund. So this is not very hard, I think, but Augsburg had a very, very good run before the winter break, and I think they continued with that, and even if they lost this battle against Dortmund very brutally, they will strike back in Berlin. They are good enough to beat Union Berlin, and I don't think they have to lose. So I like the double chance on Augsburg with Asian handicap plus 0.5 with an odd of 1.8, or in American odds minus 125.
Yeah, excellent, Radek, excellent. But Union Berlin, I would go with, in this game, under 2.5 goals. Klinsmann's making sure they're defensive, they're organised, and they stay in the game as long as possible and try and nick a goal. But I think it could be 0-0 or 1-1 this game. So Augsburg, you would pick up, and Radek will be a winner. Now then, Alex. This is probably my favourite game and the most straightforward game we've actually mentioned. Leverkusen at 1.48, minus 208. Draw 5.35, which is plus 435. And Dusseldorf at 8, plus 700. Could be plus 1,000 in my book.
Yes, plus 999. Yes, absolutely. Leverkusen really impressive last weekend. As we talked about Havertz a little bit, he scored against Paderborn on the road, but so did Volland. He scored a brace, Volland. So very, very impressed with Leverkusen. They created many, many more opportunities. On the other side, we have Dusseldorf, who will probably go down, the worst attacking side in the league, with just 18 goals scored in 18 matches. Many will say that's a lot in 18 matches, so averaging 1 goal per match, and they are still on the relegation zone. But we are talking about Bundesliga, and we expect an average of 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 to save yourself from relegation in this league. So very, very poor from Düsseldorf. Leverkusen and over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.85 minus 120 in US odds. Leverkusen should really cover the 3 goals on their own. I think that they are capable of scoring 3 goals on their own, on their turf, against a really poor Dusseldorf side. And one of our friends from the chat, Ulrich, is asking if we don't have any love for Freiburg. Well, it was my 5th match, but didn't make the cut, so I stopped at 4 matches. I think that Freiburg will win. The odds are decent against Paderborn at 1.76. I think that this should be a home win, but again, didn't make the cut, so no official bet there.
Okay, well, before I get a banker off of you two, if you've got a banker, Rafa, maybe this is a good opportunity for me to mention about the 60,000 subscribers that we have at the moment at sportsbookreview.com. It is going up daily, thanks to you. Press the button, subscribe, ring the bell, make sure that all the notifications for every video that we do. And also, if you have a look at sportsbookreview.com, there's articles on all different sports around the world. There's plenty for you to get your head round. And there's a whole host of different books, and they keep you up to date with everything that goes on in the world of sport, and it opens you up to a few different sports as well. And obviously, as I've said to you before, I'm going to be sitting here waiting for you, and you can sit there and you can wait for me. So let's go with you, Alex. Which one's your banker in Bundesliga this week?
And before the banker, I will say that Flash has a contest also going on with the Super Bowl. We are working a lot behind the scenes at SBR, and we have many surprises just for you guys. So be careful because Flash is coming with the bomb on Super Bowl, and he's working with Jimmy the Bag on some good projects about the Super Bowl. So stay tuned on our Twitter, SBR Sports Picks. Follow us, give us thumbs up on all our daily shows. Banker for this week: Dortmund versus Köln, over 3.5 goals at 2.0 plus 100.
Okay, and Radek, have you got a banker?
I don't have anything to say before my banker. That's why I say just Augsburg, Asian handicap plus 0.5.
Nice. Okay, well, we like that as well. That's plenty value. Gentlemen, have a great weekend. I'll be off to the beach, so hopefully it's sunny and I'll come back nice and brown. So I'll find out how you get on Sunday night when I return, because I'll be turning my phone off, I'll be putting my feet up, and I may even treat myself to an ice cream. Alex, thank you very much. You stay with me because we're going to go on to Serie A. Radek, have a great weekend.
You too, bye, thank you.
Okay, that's Alex and that's Radek, who have just wrapped up the minefield that is Bundesliga, and yet they're still in plus units. Alex, we're going to wait for Chef Michael to come on, because Serie A has been absolutely brilliant to the pair of you, and it's all down to the teams that are chasing Juventus.
Yes, that. I had some rough times after the winter break with Serie A, but I'm still up and well in the standings there. Chef Michael is doing a brilliant job in Serie A, and again, like I say every week, this is teamwork, and we are very happy to have him on board week in and week out. Also, don't forget that Chef Michael will come back also in Europa League for Europa League round down. Again, Champions League and Europa League are coming back at the end of February, but till that time, and I repeat myself, Super Bowl. This is why Flash has a easy weekend this weekend, because next week he will be full every fucking day covering the Super Bowl, and also on the Super Bowl day. This is why the bosses from SBR said to him, okay, take 2 days break, because we will kill you next week.
Yeah, not that they've not been killing me for the last 5 months, because the last few weeks I've done every single Super Bowl or every single NFL game and loved every minute of it, by the way. What a job I have. Talking of jobs, Chef Michael is the other part of this deadly duo, and things are going well in Serie A, Chef Michael.
Yeah, they've been going pretty good. There's some few weird results last week, but other than that, it's been going good.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Inter Milan, Atlanta score goals, Napoli have fallen into a hole, Lazio going great guns, Juve just frustrate people by keep winning. So, I mean, listen, you boys are in great profits. Rafa, can we stick the record up for the Serie A boys? Because it's great reading. Overall record of a profit of 28 units. So if you had $10 or £10, you are sitting absolutely pretty, and you could afford to send me a nice present if we had a postal service, which we don't, so you can keep it and just enjoy on me. The individual records, please, Rafa. Alex at 6.5. Good stuff, that. But Chef Michael at 21.5. And it's all thank you to Lukaku and Inter Milan and the odd banker that's come in from absolutely nowhere. Okay. Torino versus...
Not so much thank you for Inter last weekend. Not so much thank you. So I don't know what to say. Chef Michael should be pretty devastated with the last week result.
No, because the thing is, you've got to look at it as you do, as you both do, as all three of us do, is you look at it over the season. And I'm telling you now that 21, 22 units of profit, I would say 85% have come from Inter Milan. Would you agree, Chef?
Yeah, I would say a good deal of it. The good thing about it was early in the season we were getting good plus money prices on Inter, and I think fatigue in the books finally caught up to Inter, so they calmed down on the numbers for them.
Well, I opened up by saying about Atlanta scoring goals, and they're involved in our first game. Chef Michael, I'm coming to you. Torino at 4.75, which is plus 375. Draw 4.2, which is plus 320. And Atalanta, 1.75, which is minus 133.
Torino's... about a month or so ago, we thought they were kind of dead in the water. They were down there at the bottom half of the table, but they've slowly crept their way up to that top half and managed some pretty interesting results lately. They got that 1-0 win over with Bologna a couple weeks ago, and they went into Roma, held them to a 2-0 victory. And at this point, it's kind of unclear where they're going to go. They're going to keep climbing up the table. They're going to fall back. I know they had high hopes at the beginning of the season after finishing 7th last season, so they were one spot out of missing out of a Europe spot. But kind of had some injuries lately. Andrea Bellotti, he's not been right lately. He came off injured in the 10th minute back in November in that loss to Inter. He sat out a few games, and then since then he just scored 2 goals, and both of those were in that 2-0 win over Roma. So I think he's going to be looking to get back on track. As far as Atalanta, we all know their top scoring team in the league. Somehow they managed that loss over Spal a couple days ago. You watch that. Ilicic comes out with that quick goal, and you think it's going to be Atalanta's going to roll as usual, but they ended up losing that late. So I think, Torino at home, I think with the form they've been in, I think they can probably nick a goal or two here. And Atlanta, I don't think they're going to go scoreless here. So I got both teams to score over 2.5 at even money at 2.0.
So the old Alex Classic at plus 100 for Chef Michael. Yeah, couldn't agree more. I remember Torino, we thought that they might have a better season than they're actually having. Europa exploits might have caught up with them. Have they recharged their batteries? Can they go again? Dangerous side. Alex, I'm going to come to you now. And this game comes with a health warning. Brescia at 4.9, which is plus 390. Draw 3.9 plus 290. And AC Milan 1.78, minus 128 on the road. Odds on, look on.
Absolutely amazing odds on AC Milan, and the way they transformed and they changed the system in the after the winter break, and it fits them a lot, this new system they are playing right now. Plus Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you will say to me that he's old, but he's proving in every single match, like Cristiano Ronaldo is proving, that age is just a number. And if you are fully fit, if you have the desire to play, absolutely amazing stuff he produces every week, and he will be one of the great players in this second half to the season in Serie A. He can stimulate and encourage his teammates. He brought the fighting spirit that he has with Zlatan Lion. You know that he's saying that he's not human, he's a lion, and he's better than humans. So every things like that make the difference, because if he like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, I saw some small parts from his last game. In the 93rd minute of the game, he made a sprint for 50 meters in the 93rd minute. So imagine the same as Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not defending very well, but there in front he's like a rock. It's very hard to take the ball from him, and he's a great pivot. So I love this kind of players who can bring the fighting spirit. This is what I love in a football match. I'm going with AC Milan here on the road at 1.75 minus 133 in US odds, because I consider that the odds are absolutely amazing.
Okay, I don't like it myself, but that's no surprise to you, Alex. But listen, I'm sitting here asking the questions, and it's your job to give out.
I love it. I love that the fact that you don't like it and you're not on it, because we might lose if you were.
Yeah, but I like you throwing me the compliment of age is just a number, and I look so much younger than I really am. Okay, Chef Michael, we're going to go with Parma at 2.7 plus 170, the draw at 3.35, which is plus 235, and Udinese at 3.34 plus 234. On paper, it looks like a home win, but I think there's probably better value elsewhere.
No, I think I agree with the home win here. You know, Parma, they've been an exciting team to watch lately. They're challenging up there in that top spot for a Europe position. You know, even after you go back to the game against Juve, you know, they gave up that goal, and you know they kept pushing forward, and they got that equalizer. And even after Ronaldo got that second goal, you know, usually you see teams going to Turin, and you know they just roll over. You know, they figure Juve is going to win and Ronaldo's going to do what he's going to do. But Parma kept pushing forward, and you know they even had a chance to get out of there with the draw in the last few minutes of that match. Parma's one of the, you know, best teams in the league at home. You know, they've only conceded just 10 goals. Udinese, you know, on the road, they're just horrible. They've only scored 9 goals and conceded 21. I think Parma have a good attack there. Andreas Cornelius is playing pretty brilliantly. He got the goal against Juve a couple days ago, and Kulusevski, the Swedish midfielder, is in good run of form. I think Parma is going to be too much for Udinese here. I think Udinese burned me a couple weeks ago on the road, but I think Parma is going to be too strong for them. I got Parma at 2.3, straight win.
Okay, we've got Parma at 2.7 as well. So shop around. They're obviously going to give you, I mean, it's a massive, massive price. But I even thought Parma and over 1.5 was the way to go. That's going to be probably just around plus 200. Have a little shop around. But Parma's definitely the place the boys are telling you to be. Alex, Spall 3.24 plus 224. Draw 3.5, which is plus 250. And Bologna at 2.35 plus 135. Is the away side going to be value for you? Have you muted yourself, Alex?
Yes, sorry. You caught me again.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that, though? Is that just because of, like, you don't like us listening to you, or is there a reason behind it?
Is there a
Are you
dog barking?
working?
No. Just not to be very, very, how to say, if something happens around here, I don't know, a bomb might drop, and you should not
So
hear
you're being
that
very considerate, we would say. You're being very considerate
the World War III is next to us, you know, is starting in few, so a bomb might drop here and you will hear the bomb. So I don't want to interrupt the show.
Well, then if you hurry up, we'll still get our selection then. So Spall, draw, Bologna, please, sir.
Don't hurry me up because I'm losing my tip if you hurry me up. Okay, before that, I will say Parma versus Udinese. It just came to me. I have a play, both team to score at 1.84. I was listening to what you are talking about. So 1.84 official bet for Parma versus Udinese. And Spal, yes, what a match against Atalanta. I think that at the moment I thought it was fixed, you know. Okay, we all know that this is happening sometime. We all know that, and we know how they are doing it. And a lot of directors and players said on TV what happened 10 years ago and 15 years ago. I still think that those type of stuff happen, because I think that Atalanta at 1-0, I think that they were hitting the showers, but still on the field, but with their mind they were hitting the showers, you know. Never, nothing, zero, absolutely nothing from them. Spal, I don't know. Okay, let's give it to them. Let's give it to them. Spal won. The credit goes to their players. So I think that they will continue to fight to save themselves from relegation, to stay in Serie A for another year. I don't think that they will, but they will continue to fight. I'm going over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.8, minus 1 to 5, because, the value is on the away side. If you ask me, Bologna should learn a lot from this Atalanta match. Bologna have a brilliant squad, and yes, they are the team to watch in this match and to bet on. The value is on them. But I think that Spal can find the back of the net, and I'm betting safe over 2.5 goals at 1.8.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stay with you, Alex, because this next game is just something I just can't even believe I'm reading. Napoli 3.66, which is plus 266. The draw at 3.8, which is plus 280. And Juve at 2.05, plus 105. Now, on current form, Juventus should be massively odds on, Alex.
I don't know why they are 2.05. I really don't understand why. What is the reason behind all this? I don't think it's a trap. I don't think that has nothing to do with the trap. The fact that Napoli are struggling badly internally and on the pitch, because let's say Gennaro Gattuso wanted to leave last week. Gennaro Gattuso will leave if he loses the match with Juventus. He declared that. The president of Napoli, after replacing Ancelotti with Gennaro Gattuso, after a few hours, he wanted to sack Gennaro Gattuso. If you can believe that shit, what is happening in there? I don't know, a total mess. I think that this was the biggest mistake that could happen in all the domestic league in Serie A, to replace Ancelotti with Gennaro Gattuso. And look what Ancelotti is doing with Everton. Brilliant job, staying there, taking his money, raising some players. Clever, what the fuck is his name? Because I keep forgetting. He was not playing nothing for Everton, and now he's scoring match after match. So
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin, yeah. And he declared that he said Ancelotti said, why the fuck he's not in the national team? You know why he's not called for the national team? I think that he will, because if he keeps scoring goals for fun with Everton, he will. What now? Juventus right now 4 points on top of Inter. This is what we talked about. They will try to maximize the gap between them and their followers before the Champions League. This is what they will do. They are pushing and pushing and pushing. This is what they will do. They will beat Napoli 2.05 and go on.
Nice, Alex. The only problem I have with this game is, and I totally agree with everything you've said there, apart from Calvert-Lewin, but it's a one-off, and it's like Man United, you know, when they were like garbage and they were playing against Liverpool earlier on in the year and they managed to take points off them. It's like, will Napoli actually turn up and just put in one of their old proper performances? Chef Michael, are you just saying Juve win at 2.05?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not there. I wouldn't bet your money on this game, Flash, for Napoli side.
If I had any.
Said it for we've said it for the past couple months that Napoli, since they had that crazy lockdown at the grounds, on their training grounds, they're absolute fade. And the only reason I can think that we're getting a good price on Juve is they're playing right now, and maybe they figured that they were going to rotate the entire squad and maybe, I don't know, rest their players. But Juve still's got world-class talent that can come off the bench. I mean, Dybala's not playing right now. Ronaldo just scored a couple minutes ago. So Ronaldo wants to play every game, especially a game against Napoli. He's come out and said that he doesn't want to play against the lower type tier teams. But he'll play today. He'll play on Sunday against Napoli. So the fact that we're getting 2.05 on Juve is absurd. I mean, Napoli's still got the injury problems. They're going to be without Koulibaly. Martins will still be out. Yeah, you can't look nothing but a Juve win here. 2.05.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. We just might have to revisit this next week and say that 2.05.
I mean, Flash. Okay, I'm asking you, please. Can you answer this? Where is the value from your point of view on this match, and how you say the logic and the value?
It only points to the zebras. It's like I would go Juve and over 1.5 to be greedy and get more than 2.05. But I wouldn't be able to put any of your money on anything other than Juve, because obviously I have your best interests at heart, Alex. But it's Juve for me all the way, even though I don't like saying it. But let me move on, because I've agreed with you for far too long. This is the biggest Alex Classic I have seen in a long while. AS Roma at 2.78, which is plus 178. Draw 3.75, which is plus 275. And Lazio at 2.55, which is plus 155. Alex, what have you got for me?
One of the biggest, no, let's not say the biggest. The biggest, for example, is Bayern versus Dortmund, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, one of the biggest Alex Classics in the top 5 European leagues. And for our viewers who are watching us and who don't know what Alex Classic means, both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the game. That's the old Alex Classic. We have names for more markets. We have also a Flash Classic. Flash discovered this season the Asian handicap, and we named some of that stuff after his name. So
all losers.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't even matter if they are playing without Zaniolo. Kolarov is back for Roma after suspension. Lazio lost. Okay, it was the cup in the midweek against Napoli. It was cup again. They are not interested probably to win anything. And then I think that they are interested to focus right now on Serie A, and they have a really interesting schedule. 3 easy matches that they might pass Inter before the head-to-head match, which will happen in 4 weeks from now. So, yes, all eyes on the Alex Classic right now on this match at 1.75 minus 133.
Okay, and while I'm with you, Alex, can you give me your banker? Is it the Zebras?
No, because as you said, it might be one of those weeks. But again, I don't think that it's possible for that to happen. But let's not take it as a banker. I am taking Spal versus Bologna over 2.5 goals at 1.8.
Okay, and Chef Michael, have you got a banker for me?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Juve. I don't believe in Napoli. I don't believe Napoli's going to bring anything to this match. I think Juve rolls here.
Yeah, I do, and I wouldn't put anyone off the over 1.5. Listen, boys, you've been absolutely brilliant over the course of the season. You've been great entertainment again today. Alex, I thank you. Be careful of them bombs. Let's hope you was only joking. And Chef Michael, I'm liking your hairstyle. It's getting closer to mine every single day. So listen, have a great weekend. As I've said before, I've been going to the beach. So I'll enjoy the football.
Go!
I'll be enjoying the football on Sunday night, and hopefully I don't get too burnt. So listen, gents, have a great weekend, as I say. May all your bets be winners, and thanks again. Okay,
you.
so that's Alex and Chef Michael, absolutely smashing Serie A. They're great value as well, great personalities. Just make sure you press that subscribe button, ring the bell, press the button so that we can notify you when Chef Michael and Alex are on again. Until then, I'll see you again soon. Take care.